MaXpeedingRods reached out to me and said, can we send you some coilovers for the car and hook your viewers up with a discount? So I said okay, because you know what, it's what's on the car and it's a budget build, and our idea here is to keep the cost as low as possible and go drifting. Bonus, there will be a discount code in the description below, 12% off your MaXpeedingRods order. So our game plan today is to get the quick jacks under the car, lift it up, and drop these coilovers out, install new coilovers, raise it up a good inch. I'd like to see another inch out of the ride height, a lot out of the back. I'm gonna lift the back up as far as I can, I think. Honestly, this is one of the biggest improvements you can make on your car, doing coilovers and getting the ride height correct. It'll make it handle correctly. I'm pumped about that. I hope you guys are too. Let's get to work. It looks like nothing, but that was quite a bit of work. Wheels are off. We are now ready to start disassembling the suspension, dropping out the old coilovers, and those rear springs sit on their own perches. If you've seen a 350Z setup before, the springs are, it's not actually a coil in the back, it's just a standard shock, and the springs sit back there. So we'll have to put a jack under there, release the pressure, and just swap it out. The UPS man has arrived with our box of MaXpeedingRods. Actually, this box looks cool because it's black with gold, and I kind of like the way that looks there. So let's get this cut open and take a look at what's inside. This is looking well packed. Okay, it was looking well packed. Customer service card, spring purchase for the rear, springs for the rear, wrenches. All right, so the rear should be pretty fun here. No big deal. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to have actually adjustable suspension in this car. So that's our unboxing. Let's get to installing, and also the wrenches. Also, if you have coilover wrenches, you know, maybe leave them in a door pocket. It's like the courteous thing to do when you're selling a car. And now we're gonna go up top and actually remove the strut. So we got the 3 bolts up there, and this thing should drop. Well, that seems pretty easy. And this should drop the whole coilover. And hopefully with a little bit of wiggle room, I can slide this thing out. So we've got the driver front completely installed and put back in, well, other than the brake line mount right there. I gotta do that right now, but that just takes 1 second. One nut right there. Everything else is together, and I tried to give it quite a bit of ride height. I went ahead and ran the body way out, and you actually turn the entire body of the strut itself when you're trying to add ride height there. So I added quite a bit, I don't know, 4 or 5 millimeters. We're gonna add a bunch more after we get this thing on the ground and see what it actually looks like, I think. I have a feeling it's gonna need a lot more. I don't know. So one's in. I'll show you guys putting the passenger one in. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then we'll get back to trying on that rear one. That bolt does not wanna come out. Everything's rusted. It took a long time to put this back together because I'm cleaning rust out of threads, putting anti-seize on them so they don't do it again. On the install, just do everything in reverse. Pull the nuts off the hat before it goes in. Then you can set up your ride height and all that good stuff. So the bottom adjusts out, that's your ride height, and this is your preload up here. So for now, I'll just kind of leave it where they have it, and then we'll measure everything with a caliper, and it will be finished. Pretty close to where it needs to sit, and then just kind of work it back up in until we're there. To line the bearing plate back up, those 3 bolts at the top, I just kind of put the jack underneath here, and then run it up until it pushes them into the hole. Should be very easy. Just take your time doing it, and as soon as it gets close, you can finish positioning everything, and it's in. That's all there is to it. Start tightening down the bolts. Been a week since we started the old Z. Here we go. We did it, finally! Finally! This car works amazing! It was trash control the whole time. All right, let's get it home.